Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we got some good old Sydney Watson, and the fatigue is so real. So yeah, another Stranger Things video. Let's get into it.
Hope you didn't want grandkids, Mom, because this queen thinks girl parts are icky.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is about the size.
Such a good fucking AI video. Holy shit, that's so great. This queen thing, girl parts are icky. Why does that sound like Sheldon mixed with someone else? Like, sounds like it sounds like Sheldon if he was a black lesbian. Oh, what the fuck? That's HD?
My name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. Will it ever stop being hell? I don't know. Let's wait 3 years for the next season to find out. That was a Stranger Things joke, if you didn't get it. All right, so there is so much to say.
On the bright side, it's fucking ending today. As of, no, not today, yesterday, as of this video being uploaded, as of this video being recorded. It's ending today. But no, it ended yesterday. So yeah, but this is being recorded before I watch that. So I will have to probably get back to y'all, you know, after work. I'll probably come back, watch it, and I'll go live, and I'll probably like give my thoughts, depending if it's like already up and running and shit like that. But yeah, I hope it is. Yeah, anywho.
And criticize about the newest season of Stranger Things, both big and small. We have out of control Nancy plot armor, free-floating plot points that never get revisited, terrible writing, Eleven spending the entire season trying to smooch the camera, and the show's main thrust coming out as gay to beat the bad guy. No, this is not a joke, and
funny enough, I saw a theory, and it'd be so funny that if this theory was true. It's that everyone keeps saying things that don't match up with what has happened in previous seasons. And some people are saying that it is, and I saw one dude say that it's happening so much so that maybe it's not bad writing, maybe it's all Vecna controlling the real world and whatnot, and altering memories, or altering you know, our main cast's memories and whatnot. And that's why everything feels so weird and so different from everything else, and why it feels like the quality's dropped is because in writing is because Vecna's changing people's minds and memories so that way they remember things differently. That's what that's what I'm thinking, you know? Or not what I'm thinking, that's what I saw rather. And one of the comments for that was this season finale is either going to be the greatest season finale to ever release or the biggest letdown ever, and there's no in between. And honestly, I agree. And I am personally on the side of it's going to be the biggest letdown. And here's my logic. Because if it is, okay, cool, my fucking you know what, whatever, I called it, you know, it is what it is. But if it isn't, that means we got the best fucking season finale out there, which either way is a win-win. Either I'm right and it's dog shit, or I'm wrong and we get the greatest fucking season finale or series finale for Stranger Things.
And yes, I
2 fucking hours long, mind you. It better be fucking good.
will show you this clip shortly. Be patient, Simon. I do have to say this video is edited a little bit differently to how I normally do videos where I talk about shows and films and whatnot, because apparently Netflix is really hot on the copyright strikes / copyright claiming at the moment. Oh, I can't imagine what kind of criticism they're trying to stop. So sorry about that. I have still done my best, although there is still a very strong chance that this video is going to get copyright claimed anyway. So with that in mind, if you want to
Do I have to make the model bigger? Do I have to make it take up like half the fucking screen and shit so that way they can't?
For the channel, you can do so by buying a box of my tea from the link in the description box. I promise it's really tasty. Like I told you guys last time, my winter flavors are running very low, especially.
You heard her, lads. Her tea is very tasty. Go buy some.
Now, especially again, the peppermint white chocolate. So grab a box if you like tea, grab a box if you want to support the channel, and that's all.
Make hot chocolates. I'm like, make a hot chocolate, and then we'll see. And I'm not saying that because I have a French vanilla hot cocoa mix in front of me that I wanna open up and drink later.
I'm talking so
much. With some cookies.
So in the last few days, everybody and their brother has talked about the show, and for good reason. The latest season is just quite painful. The cast themselves are apparently reacting to the final season of Stranger Things much the same way that the cast of Game of Thrones did, which tells you everything you need to know. These videos are always...
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. At least I know that the cast has some self-respect, and they know that this is garbage. They just can't say it because contracts, obviously. And, but at least they know that the writing for this fucking season was god awful, and that doesn't that sort of just solidifies my expectations of this season finale is going to be very underwhelming and garbage. I can feel it. Watch it. I swear to God, if it is, oh my God, we beat it with the power of gay and friendship. Yay! I'm gonna be fucking livid. I'm gonna be livid. I'm gonna be livid if they do. By the power of friendship and being gay, I command you, Vecna, die! And he dies. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. But, like, if that's essentially what happens, I'll be like, bro, what a waste. What a waste. What a waste of fucking God knows how many years.
So hard to make because there's so much happening and there's so much to say. There's so many components. So once again, I'm just going to zoom in on the things that I find to be the most annoying and unbearable. And obviously there will be some spoilers. So take note of that, spectators. So to quickly recap, Stranger Things Season 4 left us off with the town of Hawkins, where the story takes place, essentially being split in multiple directions in some sort of doomsday apocalyptic event. This is because the main antagonist, Vecna, killed a bunch of people in order to open a rift into another dimension called the Upside Down. For Season 5, we flash forward in time about 18-ish months, giving time for the military to move into Hawkins and lock it down as a quarantine zone. They also cover up the giant rift in the town with what is called a giant metal band-aid. And starting Season 5...
Bro! They pulled out the fucking metal plates that they put over the road. Oh my God, holy shit. It's Hawkins is slowly becoming Los Angeles, guys. With all the fucking metal plates on the road. Don't worry, guys. The city needs even more taxpayer dollars so that way they can go ahead and fix the roads. Trust me, they'll get around to it this time around. You know, this year they'll fix it. This will be the year they fix the roads and get rid of those metal plates, making the roads a bitch to drive in.
With, I guess, normalcy after what is now a meaningless cliffhanger definitely left a bad taste in a lot of mouths. I guess we were all expecting a lot more drama and not so much of this mundaneness.
I'll be real with you. I had until I rewatched it all because season 5 came out so I could watch it all in one fucking go. I had forgotten that was the season finale to season 4. Which is funny because I felt like, because I saw the season finale for season 4 and I was like, oh my God, this looks so hype. We're finally going to see like some shit. Then it's like she says, yeah, it was fucking pointless and meaningless. And this is not a fucking flattering pause for her.
Mundaneness, that's actually quite hard to say. Mundaneness aside.
Mundaneness aside?
This is only a fraction of what has upset viewers about this season. So far, episode 7, which dropped on Christmas, has the lowest rating of all the episodes in this season.
Wait, what the fuck? Episode 9. Oh, never mind. Yeah, see, because season 2 and season 4 had 9 episodes. Damn, bro, what is it with season 7 just being, or not season 7, but episode 7 being received fucking poorly? Here we have season 2, episode 7 received poorly. What was episode 7 in season 2? What the fuck? Hold up. Let me check real quick. Let's see.
Okay, post office
Shut up!
officially.
Shush. I don't need fucking background audio that can get me fucking copyrighted. All right, let's see. Stranger Things season 2, episode 7, chapter 7, The Lost Sisters. Psychic visions draw 11 to a band of. Oh, it's that fucking episode. Yeah, that episode was not that good. I didn't care much for the episode at all. The whole sister concept is pretty cool and pretty neat, but I just didn't really care for it. You know? So yeah, I can see why that was barely one, not even one, barely 0.1 higher than season 5. That is wild.
And maybe even in the show. I would have to double check that, but I think that's maybe the case. And you might be wondering, but why, Sydney? Why is this? Well, in addition to all the other things I just mentioned, I think audiences have a
JT, goddamn, she pulled up the homie smash, JT. Hey, Hollywood, stop doing this shit for the love of fucking God. I don't like girls. Oh, poor baby. Oh my God, he likes dick. Oh, you poor baby.
bit of LGBT
Get a life.
fatigue, and the end of episode 7 essentially amounted to, I have a huge secret that is stopping me from stopping the bad guy. I'm gay. Round of applause, please. And no, I'm not joking.
I
was about to say some vile shit.
I don't like girls.
Gay.
Hey guys, we even got a power of friendship hug out of this. Wow. Now, interestingly, people across the political spectrum absolutely hated this moment. I saw leftists everywhere saying this type of coming out moment is also incredibly unrealistic and so poorly written, considering too that this is set in the 80s and during the
Yes. It's almost like what I said in the Yellow Flash video is fucking true. This makes no sense for this fucking time setting.
Height of the AIDS epidemic. One tweet I saw accurately said that this coming out scene was painful and uncomfortable to watch.
All right, let's see here. Writers, congratulations on turning the queer community into the target of a new wave of mockery and hate. Oh, trust me, this wave isn't new. It's always been there. And it's not a wave of hate. It's just pure fucking unadulterated mockery. Because we think your community's just a fucking joke. But let's see here. Where I leave off. Congratulations on making a scene that was so painful and uncomfortable to watch that even the actor who performed it was talking about the trauma it caused. That is wild. A scene that, due to how it was framed and placed in the story, inevitably became the subject of mockery. Yeah, because it makes no fucking sense. It's like, bro, what? You created a show about outcasts, about self-acceptance, freedom, and the courage to be yourself, and yet within the same story, you chose to treat the only main gay character with extraordinary cruelty. Oh my God, dude. Even when they're complaining about something, they have to be the victims. On top of that, you placed his moment of coming out at a crucial point right before the finale at the very heart of the plot. Why? It was entirely predictable that this scene would be mocked, yet you went forward with it anyway. How it connects with entire build-up. Wait, what? How it connects with entire build-up that was created within all of these seasons. I feel like I should say, how does it connect with the entire build-up? Okay, no, I don't know why. I just fucking read that weird in my brain. But no, yeah, how it connects with the entire buildup that was created with all these seasons. After all the support the queer community has given this show over the years, it feels as that support was repaid by turning us into the punchline. It'd be funny if he actually did do this just to make fun of the fucking community, the alphabet community. That in turn, I'd be like, yo, you know what? That was some insane 5D chess trolling. Hats off to you, good sir. But I don't think that's the case. But yeah, even they don't fucking like it. And I have to agree, it just feels so fucking weird. Like, I would not have had an issue with it if he did it like at the fucking end after they defeated Vecna. I would not have given a shit about it. You know, I would be like, oh, all right, you know what? Whatever. They defeated Vecna. He's happy. Now that the big bad's gone, he finally, you know, feels like he can be himself. So he comes out. Whatever. Happy endings for fucking everyone. But like, dude, so much stupid shit between this and the whole unproposal shit. It's like, bro, you make it seem like that he's gonna propose, they're gonna get married, and all the shit, which is something that the fans actually probably wanted. And what do? Oh no, they break up in the fucking weirdest way just to what, mock proposals and getting married? What is this? It's insane. All because the creators like, oh no, Nancy needs her girl boss era. Again, unrealistic for this time setting, but go on.
Watch that is put.
Like, yes, women had gotten the right to vote. Feminism was finally going somewhere and whatnot. And we had like, you know, it was like what this would have been around what, the second wave of feminism, I think, not the first. The first was what, World War II was first wave feminism. Then around here would have been what, second wave feminism. So yeah. So I feel like it's still a little bit unrealistic that she would all of a sudden want to girl boss it out, given how she's been wanting to like be with fucking what's his face throughout the entire season and shit. You know? Well, not the 5th season, but every other fucking season, and wanting to like fix the relationship between those two. And that's exactly what the fans wanted as well. It's like, bro, they even have this moment where they finally talk about the things that they don't like that each other's do. It's like, oh, Dancy tells Will, oh, I don't like, or not Will, but fucking what's his face? I forgot his name. Her fucking boyfriend. Not Steve, the other one. I forgot their names. Hold up. Do I have it here? No. Stranger Things. Cast. Jonathan. So yeah, Nancy tells Jonathan she doesn't like it when he's stoned. He tells her that he doesn't like it when she's drunk. They admit that they don't like each other being drunk and stoned at the same time. And it's like, bro, you know what? That makes sense. You know, they're airing out their fucking shit. It feels like they're finally gonna have this, oh, but you know, even after all that, I still want to be with you type shit. No. It's like the most fucking over the top, complicated fucking breakup on the planet.
It mildly, and due to where it was placed in the story and how it was framed, it has inevitably become the subject of mockery. This person ended by writing, after all the support the queer community has given this show over the years, it feels that the support was repaid by turning us into the punchline. Yeah, look, aside from the fact that unfortunately Will Byers' actor Noah Schnapp cannot act, which is just, I think, a very fair criticism, Netflix has once again gone ahead and Netflixed itself all over this show. Ugh. I really have to pray that it's only American Netflix that's like this. But fun fact, you can actually find this out by using the sponsor of today's
VPN, NordVPN?
Dear Mr. FBI man, I've stopped using my Surfshark VPN so that we can be together again, and you can keep spying on me through my unprotected network.
What is this?
I think about you often, and I am prepared to delete Surfshark so that we can be together. I love you.
Why are you flirting?
This is not the way.
Why are you flirting with the Fed instead of sending them racist memes?
Your Online information is more important than this weird relationship you think you have with the FBI man. I give you so much more. Like what? Well, once your device connects to the internet, I encrypt everything you do. I let you gain access to geo-blocked content, giving you access to that sweet online content you can't access in your own country. I'm
Cool.
especially good at this when it comes to Netflix and other streaming services. My Mr. FBI man can't do any of that. No, no, he can't. He wants to restrict you. I want to give you access to as many devices as you want to use on the one subscription. I give you 24-hour customer service, and I have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Did I mention that I also work great with Surfshark Alert, which notifies you the moment that your email, ID, credit card, or other personal data gets leaked online? Well, this is a weird way of asking me out, but sure, take me surfing. Yeah, okay, if we're going
Okay,
to
that
do
sounded
this,
weird.
we're going to need to be a lot less weird. Look,
Yeah.
you break up with your FBI man and go on the internet unencumbered, which is why today I want you to click the link in the description or go to surfshark.com/Sydney. And don't forget to use code Sydney at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN.
For what? For
What was
free or
once a
for what?
fun, but I guess psychologically thrilling, quirky 80s vibe show set in a weird little town where mysteries take place that our gang has to solve, Season 5 was entirely preoccupied with audience hand-holding and fixating on the Will is gay storyline that it alluded to towards the end of Season 4. If you
Not gonna lie, funny enough, I found myself skipping a lot of fucking shit and dialogue because it was so boring and unnecessary. I was like, I'm sure this is supposed to be emotionally heartfelt and touching, but my God, can we like move on with it and develop the plot a little more? Jesus fuck, man. What's going on with Vecna? Can we get back with that? Like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I get it, you know? Joyce and fucking Hopper are finally together, but cool, you know, they have the rest of their lives to deal with that shit. We don't have enough episodes to fucking be doing this fucking crap. Let's move on with the plot, please. Like, Will and fucking Mike are talking about their emotions again. Okay, cool. Is this relevant to the plot? No, great. There goes another 5 minutes. It's like, bro, oh my God, dude. It's just so dumb. There's so much shit wasted.
You've forgotten what that was, Will gave a heartfelt speech to his best friend Mike about how his relationship with Eleven, Mike's love interest, gave her strength to fight the bad guys. The implication, I guess, is that Will is in love with Mike, and Will doesn't have anyone to derive strength from himself. Shortly after—
Yo, that's pathetic. If you're literally just not gonna try to draw strength from your family and your loved ones that love you. Like, you're literally your hang up is the fact that you're gay and your fucking best friend who you have a fucking romantic feelings for isn't gay and is straight and in a straight relationship. You need to get a grip on reality, my friend.
all of this, Noah Schnapp, which is just hilarious to say, also came out as gay in a life-imitating—
Oh God, dude.
You know, I really like how progressives pushed very hard to have characters represented by their real-life counterparts. So, you know, if you had a disabled character, then the actor had to be disabled. So
That's retarded as shit.
So now I suppose that if a character is going to grow up and be gay, then the actor must do so as well. Right, Will? Okay, I initially said this as a joke, but then I read this interview with Noah Schnapp where he said that Will helped him come out. So, dear God. Anyway, for those of—
Honestly, to me, that just sounds like fucking grooming with extra steps, not gonna lie.
you who watched and may have missed it, how you missed it.
Oh yeah, Vecna got this weird power-up. You know what's funny? I saw this, and I immediately thought to myself, are they like trying to go for like a Dead by Daylight look here? Like, he looks like no lie, he looks like DVD's fucking Vecna with that one Dungeon Master skin. Let's see if I can find the skins here. Lore overview. Gallery. Gallery. All right. I know for a fact that he has skins. They're not being shown is beyond me. Oh, here are skins. Images. I love this so much. I love how useless Google can fucking be sometimes. But yeah, I don't know why. It just gives me like Dead by Daylight vibes. I don't know
I
why.
don't know, but that's okay. The implication here in season 5 is that Will needed to come out to ultimately defeat the main antagonist Vecna because Vecna uses people's fears and weaknesses against them. Again,
What is he, fucking Pennywise?
the jokes unfortunately write themselves with this one, and as a lot
Gets possessed and traumatized by demon, becomes true. It goes to show.
of other people have pointed out, the kid gets possessed and traumatized by this demon entity and then becomes gay. And what do you mean by this, Netflix? Will's biggest fear is that everybody
At a very young age, mind you. No. What did that say? He got possessed and traumatized by a demon. No. Will, at a young age, got fucking kidnapped, groomed, brainwashed, possessed, and traumatized by a demon and became gay. So do with that information what you will.
will find out he likes boys and reject him, I guess, given the context of the show and everything. And as an aside, I think this is just such a weird and weak plot.
Bro, what are you? I read those fucking lips, bro. What are you talking about? Is what they made them say.
Device, because broadly speaking, I think it would mean that every character would have to sit down and express their innermost fears to a room full of people to avoid Vecna's ability to break them. And I just think that it's odd and weird and strange that this logic only seems to apply to Will and his sexuality. But that's
Yeah, especially given the fact that literally all throughout season, I don't fucking know, 1 through 4, it was shown that Elle was the one that was supposed to defeat Vecna because she's the one with the fucking powers and she was the main focus point. She still is the fucking main focus point somehow. Like, oh my god, dude. It's like after forgetting that Will exists, they sort of had to like make him special out of nowhere. It's like, oh shit, yeah, we sort of forgot that this kid got kidnapped. Well, let's figure out how to like make him useful and use him in the story and the plot line. Oh, I know, let's make him gay. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll make sense. Let's make his powers be powered by how gay he's feeling at the moment. Yeah, that works. Yeah, 11. Oh no. We've seen 11 do some crazy fucking shit and whatnot, but now she can't even move a truck. It's like, bro.
Neither here nor there. In a 2023 interview, one of the writers, Ross Duffer, said that this emotional arc is supposed to tie the whole series together. Not just Will's sexuality, but him coming into his own as a young man. And if that was what was happening, I think a lot of us could relate to it a lot better. But I don't think this is the coming of age moment that everybody was expecting. They apparently also had to shoot this one scene over and over and over again, with the writer saying that the whole day was very emotional and very moving, and they shot it until they got it right. Personally,
That's
I
sad.
can't remember how many times Will's character says and. I genuinely don't know who felt emotional watching this. Just cease. This is basically Netflix's I'm gonna be a dad scene. Holy shit. I'm gonna be a dad. Throughout the show,
Yo, didn't that same dumbass bitch also double down in real life? Saying that not every, like, male is a dad or something. Like, not all dads are men. Some stupid fucking shit that it was essentially the equivalent of that exact same fucking sentence. And it was like, can you like shut the fuck up? Genuinely. Who gives a shit?
There is this subtle implication that Will is gay. And it didn't add to the storyline for the majority of us, but it also didn't take away from it either. And this was the same sense that a lot of people had around Robin, a character introduced in season 3 who inevitably came out as a way of rejecting Steve, another character who expressed interest in her. Robin's coming out moment was subtle, it happened, and then the scene moved on from it. And really,
yeah, it was also, it felt more natural and more heartfelt because it was this one-on-one. It wasn't this grand spectacle, you know, and shit. And yeah, you feel sorry for Steve, you know, because Steve was starting to like Robin romantically, and then it's like, oh, you're gay. Oh shit, my bad. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, he's like really fucking cool about it, which is what probably makes the scene like better, is that he's naturally cool. He's not like weird about it. He's like, really? That bitch of all the people you could have fallen for, Miss Ugly singing?
In a 1980s context, plenty of people feel that this was the appropriate way to handle this. These
Yeah.
regulations, I would say, sort of just hung in the air, existing, because I would argue for the majority of us, a character being gay is pretty whatever. I don't actually think the vast majority of people really care at this point in time. But in a show like this, I think when it becomes an issue is when that character's personality and their entire plot revolves around their attraction. And Stranger Things season 5 basically did exactly.
Bro, I fucking hate people like that make their sexuality their entire fucking personality. It's like nothing pisses me off more than, as an example, real quick, than like a gay person whose entire personality is the fact that they're gay. It's like, bro, I do not give a shit. Like, you need some new material. And then when like you like you're like, I genuinely don't give two shits, they like throw a tantrum and act like you fucking crucified them and whatnot. And it's like, bro, calm down. I just said I don't give a shit that you're gay. That's all. No need to throw a tantrum. I don't know why the model just broke. There we go.
This. They committed the cardinal sin, and then they decided to ham-fist as many of these moments and scenes into the show as they possibly could. Basically giving us unnecessary characters like Vicky, for example, who's basically just a vehicle to explore Robin's sexuality, and a bunch of filler, which just sort of...
Yeah, it's funny because every time Vicky comes out, it's always just like something to do with like relationship issues. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, that's funny. They have relationship problems like normal couples do. That's cute. They think they're normal couple. But all jokes aside, it's like, okay, cool, I guess. How does this advance the plot? It's like, all right, cool. But how does this help the plot in any way, shape, or form whatsoever? Like in the last episode where they have to like get her help and whatnot, and they have to like explain everything to her, and she doesn't believe until they're attacked by the demo dogs. Sure, whatever, that makes sense because they're in the hospital and they're trying to save Max from being killed. So that makes sense, and she's a nurse. But it's like some of the other shit is just like, oh, okay, I guess, sure.
Hampers the show and completely messes with the pacing. Admittedly, I got roasted for this take, but I still maintain that I'm correct and the rest of you are wrong, but that's neither here nor there. But this is exactly how I felt about Bill in the...
It's the same shit as when they said Soldier 76 is gay. It's like, okay, what the fuck do you want us to do with that information? Like, secondly, why does that information even matter at all in a video game that literally has no actual storyline?
First season of The Last of Us show. In a video that I posted on my gaming channel, which I would love to post over there, guys, I really don't know what to make. I'm bad at this, okay? I explained
you play video games.
Being gay is a footnote in the Last of Us game. It's alluded to if you bother to read the notes when you're exploring and you're finding things in the game, but the show The show dedicated an entire episode to Bill being gay. And again, I think that this would have been stupid even if it was a straight couple, because why? People got.
Yeah, she said The Last of Us. All right. I played the first The Last of Us. I think I made it pretty far and whatnot when I played it back in the day on the PlayStation. So, trying to remember where I left off. But yeah, I think I did make it pretty fucking far. I don't remember if I went back and played it. I don't remember how I would have gone back and played it. I don't think I have. I think I might just be fucking crazy at this point. But I do remember playing it. And I was just like, I think his character is the one that helps you out, right? At the start with the traps and shit. And he's like, oh, climb on the roofs and whatnot. And I'm like, I didn't know that he was gay, if that's him, you know? But like she said, it was like in notes if you bother to read them, and I don't. So yeah, I would never would have found that out. But it's like, yeah, to dedicate an entire episode and to like subvert the plot just to like advance this agenda because gender politics and gender identity, it's like, why? Why? If it wasn't in the game, why? Why? Just why? You know? Like, they could have easily just done some shit where, instead, it's like Joel's walking around the house. He finds a note, picks it up, internal monologue reads what's on the note, and it's just like a note that hints at the fact that the dude's gay. Just like in the actual game, where if you would have found a note, it would have hinted at the fact that he's gay. And then the fans would have been able to like piece it all together and shit, But to have a episode dedicated to it, it's just like, bro, why?
Incredibly mad with me for how much I disliked all of this, but again, I maintain that it's
oh shit
far from the source material. I think it's a problem to dedicate an entire episode to someone's love story, and I would feel like this even if they did it with a straight couple. So do it that way, if you will. It must be hard having all of you be wrong together and having me be the only one that's right. Jokes aside, this situation for me is sort of the same thing. Will can be gay, and it's fine. Robin can be gay, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Why this has become a central part of the show, I don't know. Why this became the main thrust of a cliffhanger episode going into the finale, I also don't know. And it's almost been done in such a way that Eleven, who I think is the actual protagonist here, you're welcome to disagree, but I think she's sort of the cornerstone of the show.
Well, yeah, no shit. The entire show literally starts off with like, well, I mean, I know actually shit. I might go back and rewatch the first episode, but like, did the first episode literally start off with either it starts off with them in the basement playing TNT, or it literally starts off with them being in the lab and Elle is in the tank and she runs into the Demogorgon. It's one of those two. And it's like, bro, either way, she's like literally in the first episode, like within the first 20 minutes, she's already out and about being shown. It's like everything has literally been pointing towards her, like, oh, she's the main plot point of the other one. Like, he wants to keep her safe, even though we're seeing it primarily from like the other kids' perspectives and whatnot. Every now and then it showed us Elle, but it's like, all right, well, we know it's showing us Elle because we want to know what's going on with Elle. What's up with her? If she's alive, she's doing well. Because Elle was the main fucking focus point of the first season, so she had to be the focus point of the second, focus point of the third, and then all of a sudden in the fourth, she's no longer, or even in the fourth. What I meant to say is all of a sudden in the fifth, she's no longer the focus point. Like, bro, it's so dumb. Like, you even had this entire fucking thing about bringing her powers back. It's like, okay, if you're just gonna give Will powers and have Will be, oh, superhero fucking extraordinaire because he's gay, then why go through all the trouble of giving Elle her powers back in the fourth season? Is my question.
She's been more or less sidelined. We ended off with season 4 with it very much seeming like season 5 would be a showdown between Eleven and Henry, Vecna. Instead, as plenty of other people have pointed out, minor characters like instead would be the of other
I want to see what that said.
Between Eleven and Henry, Vecna. Instead,
let's make sure she's seen as the main and center of all the posters and make her seem like the main character. Yeah.
As plenty
Season 4. Oh yeah, there she is. Season 4. Let's make sure. Yep. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, season 4. So then at the last minute, we can make it seem like she was never the main character to begin with. Yes, the Duff brothers have stated that Will Byers is the emotional core and center of Stranger Things. Okay, sure, buddy. Yeah, I feel like you're just angry that you... I thought, you know, progressives would be happy that it's a female protagonist that's getting all the attention. Like, what? No, it's that we have to give it to a man. Yeah, why aren't more female feminists pissed off by this? Your female protagonist just got sidelined by a man. And worst of all, he got sidelined by a man because he's gay. Doesn't that make you feel slightly angry, slightly diminished? Like a man can easily take the spotlight of the female protagonist of 4 seasons just because he's gay? Doesn't that piss you feminists off? Not gonna lie, if I was a woman and a feminist, I feel like I'd be a little bit annoyed by that. Be like, oh, okay, cool. I guess at the end of the day, it takes a gay man to save the woman, right?
Pointed out, minor characters like Holly have had much more screen time.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Herself. Now, what's really interesting is that in 2022, the Duffer Brothers, so the people who wrote the show, gave an interview where they said that their intention for season 5 was to be pedal to the metal from day one. In their own words, there would be no room or no time to explore romance arcs or side stories, and yet I feel like...
And look at what we have. We have exactly that. Romance arcs and romance side stories. Gotta love it.
That's all we got.
Season 5 is going to start pedal to the metal.
This reminds me of the South Park creators going on an interview and being like, yeah, we're not going to talk about Trump anymore in the upcoming season because we've said everything we want on Trump. And then them just, again, going right back to Trump.
We're not going to do the ramp up. There's no time. There's no normalcy, obviously, once you reach the end of 4. I mean, it's not like there's going to be time to explore our characters' love life and how is Steve's dating going. And I mean, there's going to be none of that. It's just going to be going 100 miles an hour from the beginning. I mean, we have like the opening scene for 5 mapped out. I don't know if it'll stay like that, but it's pretty wild.
There are moments in season 5 where important things are happening and Will and Robin are off somewhere having conversations about same-sex attraction that feel just wildly inappropriate considering the context of the scene. Like the big speech that Robin gives Will about self-acceptance on their way to save a bunch of children from Vecna.
It's like you get stabbed and someone runs over to you and you're like telling them, call 911. I just got stabbed. I need help. And the first things that come out of their mouth isn't even to reach in for their phone. They immediately lean over you and they just say, yeah, but have you checked on your car's extended warranty? You'd be sitting there like, oh God, I'm about to die. Oh, great. It's same fucking shit. It's like the severity of the situation and the topic at hand don't match. And it's just like, it's just a shit show.
This felt so weird and so out of place. Maybe it's just me, but I would also feel this way if it was a straight character going on about their love life and their interests in things in moments like this, because it just feels weird and inappropriate. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this just doesn't fit into sort of the vibe of the show. I had similar
like I said, you're stabbed, you need medical help, and someone approaches you about your car's extended warranty.
sentiments about Nancy and Jonathan's near-death moment in the Upside Down, where they're
Yes.
basically trying to break up before they die.
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense, first and foremost. And it's like, honestly, they kept fucking leading up to it so hard. I was honestly like, bro, can you just get it the fuck over with and just ask her if she'll marry you? Like, holy shit, I don't care if you just get on one knee. She turns around, you're on one knee, and you're just like, will you marry me? You know? I don't give a fuck if it was that. And then she just said, this is not the fucking place and time for this. We'll discuss this later. I would have taken that over this fucking garbage. Because that at least is way more realistic than this. Because in a life and death situation, you're not going to all of a sudden be like, with the person you love and care about with all your heart, be like, I want to break up. You'd be like, no, I want my last moments to be your husband. Or at least that's how I see it. But then again, that's my radical right-wing extremist point of view.
As you do. I watched this and I thought, okay, I get that this is supposed to let the audience take a breath for a second. That's usually what these kind of scenes are all about. But what is happening here? Was this really the best use of our time? Now, some will argue that the speech Robin gave leads Will to self-acceptance, which is how he awakens his powers and helps everybody during the part.
Which is utter bullshit, mind you. Because this makes no sense as to why he just randomly has fucking powers whatsoever, when they themselves have already established earlier in this fucking same episode, I believe, that the only reason 11 and the rest of the children, the rest of the numbered children had powers was because their parents, while they were pregnant with them, were infused with Henry's blood. So their powers come from Henry. And Henry got his powers from fucking some random ass experiment from what we saw. That's my prediction. He got his powers from whatever the fuck was in that suitcase, and I can guarantee you that's gonna be left as an unresolved fucking plot point. I'm calling it right now. But what was I saying? But yeah, like it had already established that's why 11 and the other numbered kids have powers. So it makes zero fucking sense why Will should have any powers when he has zero Vecna blood in him whatsoever.
Where he awakens his powers and helps everybody. But in the context of the show, once again, this just feels somewhat unrealistic. You have a kid who, up until, well, honestly, probably a few hours ago, couldn't come to terms with who he is. Suddenly he does because of one pep talk by the only other gay person that he knows. As if none of the other people who love him have had any bearing on him advancing as a person. It's just such a weird disservice to the relationships and the friendships that he's cultivated with his loved ones and best friends. It's also a disservice to the characters themselves that audiences have fallen in love with over the course of the show. And I think this ultimately rolls me around to one of my biggest criticisms here. Everything just sort of feels irrelevant in the end because the original plot points, the original relationships, the original point of everything has sort of been abandoned so that we can have this Disney Channel-esque soap opera. Yeah, sure, the Earth opened up into this giant rift portal, but hey, none of that matters because giant metal band-aid. We have plot points that are left entirely unthreaded, like the whole Russian thing and the mind flayer particles. And beyond
honestly, now that she brings up the Russia plot point, and I was just thinking about how, the Upside Down is, according to, well, she fucking warned that there would be spoilers in this, so if you're fucking gonna complain that, oh my god, spoilers, go fuck yourself. But, we essentially know that the Upside Down now is a wormhole, and it encompasses Hawkins, and it leads to Vecna's realm. So how the fuck do the Russians have a link to the fucking Upside Down? Do they that's like now just confusing me. It's like realistically now, based off of everything they've said, the Russians should never have had any fucking way to connect to the Upside Down whatsoever. None whatsoever.
The giant glaring issues, some of the most annoying parts are the little things that just don't make any sense. Like, 11, why are you making duck faces in every scene, girl? What is this? The Upside Down is apparently now a place where you can just go to hang out. It's not a threat at all anymore. It's
Did she have fucking rhinoplasty? Am I using the right word? Is that the correct term? Yeah. Did she fucking have rhinoplasty? Is it me or does her fucking nose look different? Millie Bob Brown images. Son of a bitch. I feel like she got fucking plastic surgery done. Not gonna lie. Which is sad given how she's only 21 years old. But yeah, like her nose just looks too curved. Here, oh wow, it's okay. So apparently, let's see here. Blah blah blah. I don't. So was there? So yes or fucking no? Obviously, being in the best around review. So is that just her natural look? Like, I'm trying to read this article, but this article is a bunch of shit. So it's like, it doesn't really help. Let's see, what does this other place say? Wave addresses. Done Stranger Things. Yeah. Okay, so I see something about negative chatter. And blah, blah. Okay, we're just gonna continue.
Started off as really scary and now it's distinctly unscary. We have Demogorgons
Yeah.
screaming at main characters instead of attacking them, giving them time to get away. And I mean, like, let's be real. Okay, you have demo dogs like not hearing music, but they can hear an oxygen tank in a dry. Like, what are we doing? And I mean, the power level of the Demogorgons actually just straight up changes depending on who's attacking them. Getting shot 900 times by the military? 'Tis but a flesh wound, getting stabbed in the face with a bottle.
Fatality.
Then, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we have all the plot armor, not just for Nancy, but basically for everybody, which has given us 19 different storylines, which apparently all need to be fleshed out, which means that now we have too many characters, and some of them need to just be killed off. And because I'm a terrible, awful cynic, I think this leads us to wasting a bunch of screen time on irrelevant people and their irrelevant problems. What made this show compelling to begin with was watching characters unravel the mystery of what was happening along with the audience. They knew about as much as we did, and the whole thing was being solved at our pace as viewers. This was abandoned entirely going into later seasons, and now every character seems to exist for the sole purpose of exposition and telling us, rather than exploring and showing us. There is also no sense of urgency in season 5, and why would there be? The biggest threat the gang is apparently facing is the military passively being in their town, and when there is a threat, like I mentioned, we end up with characters casually plodding along, discussing their innermost feelings in really inopportune ways and times.
Yeah, like it's funny. They like figure out that fucking what Vecna's plan is, but they don't know if it's like a slow, gradual merging of worlds, or if it's like all right, he's powered up and poof, instantaneously both worlds are merged. So they're banking on it being a slow fucking merger, which it's obviously gonna be, because for the sake of plot, obviously. But it's like, my God, man, there's no sense of fucking urgency when your world is potentially about to be destroyed. Like, it's insane, man.
Stop this. This might actually just be me, and maybe I haven't thought about it deeply enough, but one of the things that I do like about this season is how they have explained what the Upside Down is. I think the explanation of it being a separate was fine. They could have just left it at that, but it being a wormhole between two worlds is really cool, and I like that. I think that's a little bit...
Yeah, bro, I will give it fucking props. When they realize what it is, and Steve's fucking car goes through it into the void, and it's just sucking shit out into the void, and until like the wall fixes itself, because the matter it destabilizes when Nancy shoots it, and then it restabilizes itself, and it just pans out. It goes into the void, and it does a 180, and it's slowly panning out, and you just see the base, which is our world. And then the at the top is wherever the fuck Vecna is, whatever world that is, the Demogorgon world, Demo world, we'll call it. And in the middle of that, it just looks like it's just connected by this wall of by this cylinder of flesh and shit. And that's the Upside Down, and it's like, bro, it looks so cool. It reminded me of if any of y'all have seen Loki, Yggdrasil, when in the second season at the end, it reminded me of like how it looks like Yggdrasil and whatnot, like the trunk of Yggdrasil. That's what it reminded me of.
Interesting. Beyond that, I do think this season really feels like one giant filler episode, and it's so sad because it just didn't have to be this.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wish that we were getting another season so that way we could actually get the real ending.
This way.
Like, this all just feels like a cruel prank, and he's gonna tell us, yeah, we're fucking with y'all. We got renewed for another season, so this is gonna be like a cliffhanger, and then the next season will be actually good.
So, as with other really, really great shows that have had a bunch of really good, well-received seasons, this could have been so great. But instead, for whatever reason...
Yeah, like I said, in my opinion, it suffered from the supernatural effect, where it started off good. The creators probably didn't account for how popular and how much it would blow up, or how popular it would become and how much it would blow up. And because of that, they were now like, oh shit. So they sort of kept on going. And now they're at a point where they have zero clue what the fuck to do because they just kept on going. And they're like, all right, what do we do now? We got to figure out a way to end it. Fuck it. Make them gay, and the power of gay and friendship is what's going to be Vecna. No urgency whatsoever, by the
Writers and
way.
everybody involved decided to go down the Game of Thrones road, and really that is a travesty. And to anybody who is misconstruing the frustration around Will coming out in episode 7, this is not because a character is gay, it's because the payoff that we've all been waiting for amounted to a teenager telling everybody in his life, whether he's close to them or not, that he's same-sex attracted, and that apparently is going to give him the power to defeat the bad guys. It's just such a forced, weird agenda that doesn't fit organically into this story at all. I will maintain this. I personally do not think that most viewers would care if Will was gay and that was the end of it. But the
Yeah, like I feel like that entire fucking segment could have been scrapped for something else. Like I rather those however like 5, 10, however many minutes long it was would have been replaced with them like stocking up and going over excessive detail as to what the plan is going to be, you know?
writers forced this into the show in the most bizarre, uncomfortable way humanly possible. And the things that led to this weird coming out scene are many of the same things that led to the other criticisms about this season. The too much talking, the too much exposition, the too many storylines. And importantly, not enough action and movement that we have spent the last 4 seasons building up towards and waiting for. I think it's really sad what has happened to the show, and I think it's really sad that they bizarrely lost their way, and it almost feels like somewhere along the road, like, I don't know, it's like the beginning of season 5, they were like, hey, actually, we're gonna have a new protagonist, and it's gonna be Will, and 11, you don't matter anymore, and nothing that you do matters, and nothing that we've told you up until this point about this world really matters. I don't know what happened.
This genuinely feels like the starting season to like another show. Like that's how slow it is. Like, I feel like Stranger Things season 1 was faster paced than this. And that had to establish characters and world setting and rules.
Happened to this show. I don't know why season 5 came out this way. I don't know why they seemingly decided to pursue a different protagonist part of the way through. I don't know why 11 has been sidelined. I don't know why we've ended up with a great big nothing. We ended on a cliffhanger and then came back with nothing. Here, I hope you enjoy your bag of nothing. But ultimately, I do think all of this is incredibly disappointing, and I think it tarnishes the legacy of what this show was. People have been watching this since 2016, waiting and hoping for a final season that would tie it all together with a pretty little bow, and a lot of people just haven't gotten that. In the end, I think that this demonstrates that Netflix is unfortunately gonna Netflix, and eventually the studios will get the memo that people are done with this. People are done with this type of storytelling, and they want to go back to something that is meaningful. They want to go back to something that actually makes sense and that has the drive and ambition and creativeness that we have seen in shows and in movies and whatever in the past. In this case, unfortunately, Netflix has completely missed the mark, and it's very, very disappointing that this show has ended this way. Now, on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Surfshark using the link in the description. I have only ever used Surfshark as my VPN, so I am obviously a big fan of them. They have been a long time supporter of this channel, so if you are in need of a good VPN, absolutely check them out. Now,
I definitely will.
What do you all think? Are you a fan of Stranger Things and you're quite surprised that it was taken in this direction? Are you not surprised and you think that it was sort of inevitable? Are you in the middle somewhere and you don't really care? What do you make of the way that Will came out? Do you think that that was a good way of telling his story, a bad way of telling his story? Do you think that it kind of tarnishes the entire show doing it this way? What do you make of the 19 million storylines that have been going on in this season?
It's so annoying.
Are they bad? Are they necessary? Are you frustrated that we came back from this massive cliffhanger to nothing, to just normal mundane nonsense? Is that good? Is that bad? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you're not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I can't speak today. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as leaving this video a like and a comment, because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Like I always say, I hope you wonderful little chickadee people stay safe and well and make good choices, and I will see your wonderful little schmoodle poodle faces in the next video.
All right, cool. Now I can give my afterthoughts. So, I honestly would have rather seen, because me personally, I'm more curious as to what the fuck the Mind Flayer is and what's going on with it, and if that's what's truly in control or if Vecna is in control. That's what I want to know. Because, like, at the end of the day, the Mind Flayer existed before Henry even got to that dimension. All right. It was just more formless. He just more or less gave it the form that we see it have. And like it's sort of been hinting at the Mind Flayer, like being like this massive fucking interdimensional threat and whatnot. And it's just been randomly sidelined by Vecna. Now, okay, I understand that in D&D, Vecna is stronger than a Mind Flayer, stronger than an Elder Brain, stronger than a fucking Demogorgon. I get all that. But it's like, this isn't D&D. They're just using D&D references as just references because they don't fucking understand these things. So it's like, I'd like to know what the fuck happened with that, you know? Like, what's going on with that? I'd like to know more about the world that the Demogorgons come from. You know, Demo World, you know? If that's the and that honestly already also opens it to multiverse fucking theory, because there's already two universes, two separate worlds. So it's like, are there others? Are there other worlds with things that are much more terrifying than Vecna? Or not Vecna, but the Demigorgons? Are there other worlds with things that are less terrifying and more friendly? It's like shit, but that obviously could come later, you know, with like some side fucking shit, side stories, you know, comics, stuff like that, if they want to do that. But like, more importantly, I am curious about Demo World and the Mind Flayer, and they sort of sidelined that, and I feel like they could have at least explained some of that shit if they like spend time like with Vecna, other than Vecna being like obsessed with children. But yeah. Anywho, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, scribble, and all that YouTube jazz, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that way you're notified of any video that goes up, any new video, and whenever we go live. As what is this going up? We will be doing like 3-day live streams, just like last week. Or I'll try to stream on Sunday. Last week I did a stream Sunday. I was just so fucking tired. I had to get up early when I got a new chair, new ergonomic chair, which is very nice. But yeah, anywho. YouTube chat, all that stuff, and I'll catch y'all in the next one later.